Open Range 272 RLS Light series here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Notice that's L-I-G-H-T, meaning illumination, rather than L-I-T-E, which tends to mean light in weight in this business. That being said, this is a lot lighter than it really could be. Open ranges are a very different product, and if you just glance at them on the surface, you're going to miss why they are so popular, because they are very much unlike anything else. Now keep in mind that this is a 272. By the way, pardon me, there's a little umbrella in the shot here every now and then. It's actually raining right now. You can kind of see the dry outline under the trailer. I didn't want to wait to get this one on because it's such a popular trailer and it's got some nice updates on it. But what I was saying is Open Range is different, and this is a 272, not necessarily the 272 we have in stock, so keep that in mind. Right up front you see the beautiful looking nose cap on here. That's something we had not done in the past, but it just dresses it up so much. It was a shame not to do it anymore, you know. All of their baggage doors are magnetically latched. That's, you know, something you've seen elsewhere in the business, but this is an extra big, extra tall storage compartment, and this is something you don't usually get as a big, very tall storage area in a travel trailer. And once again, just the easy compression latches on here. The stabilizer legs that you're seeing right here, those are a big part of the Open Range program here at Haylett RV. You can get those aftermarket at any trailer, but they do such an amazing job of stabilizing the RV. It's incredible. You know, if you start looking up guides on how do I keep my camper sturdy on my campsite, everybody and their brother talks about the lock arm bars on your stabilizers. They're such a huge deal. The Light series has an enclosed, heated, insulated underbelly with a larger furnace than you typically find in a trailer. And it's those sort of things that give it a 0 to 100 degree rating on a travel trailer. That is something typically reserved for the fifth wheel market. But that's kind of the cool thing, is that Open Range's travel trailers are built to the same spec and level as their fifth wheels. They don't build one better than the other. This is just a flat deck version of their popular fifth wheel family. Now, something that's easy to miss when you look at this nose cap, something that you don't think about in a lot of brands. You think of a nose cap as a pure upgrade, but you lose your diamond plate. Now, you can kind of see there is the, let me get my umbrella on my neck here, there you go. You can kind of see this line right here. Down here, it's a coated diamond shield, which is a clear stone guard, basically, they put on the front of motorhomes. They're putting that on the front of this travel trailer. That's pretty awesome. You know, that's not the kind of stuff you typically see in the trailer market. Now, I walked past it, and I want to take a moment to back up. This sounds less impressive than it is, and this is where seeing is believing, and this is where you need to use this video as a starting point and then come visit us. The Open Range trailers are wide body. Average travel trailer is, well, I don't have a narrow body one around me here. Average travel trailer is a normal 96 inch, aka 8 foot wide. These guys are 100 inch wide body, 4 extra inches. It doesn't sound terribly impressive until you get in it and you realize that you can now get around the bed easier. There's now a bigger bathroom, your living room is easier. Then to compound that, they have a minimum 7 foot tall ceiling in a business that usually builds for 6'6" interior heights. So that's a lot different. So they're wider and taller. And then they take it up another notch with an extra deep slide out. Open Range's slides are 42 inches deep instead of 36. So this thing is nearly 6 inches taller, if not more, and about almost a foot wider than almost anything else produced. It's an exceptional trailer in that respect. The enclosed docking station here, again, something you normally find in a fifth wheel, not a trailer. But once again, this is built to fifth wheel specs and whatnot, so you're not, you know, you're not sacrificing anything. Their slide walls are all laminated. The whole, you know, exterior wall system is all laminated to keep the strength up, the weight down, and the quality. They have an AccuSlide slide out system here. It's a 10-point system that, long story short, ensures the slide stays square, stays stable, and you don't get leaks and you get a higher quality product. Things like the fact that this has you know, a plywood roof and floor deck, things like they're using the better aluminum structures, things like a superior suspension system, those lock arm bars I was showing you, the fact that they have aluminum screw trim instead of cheaper plastic screw trim here, so that you don't have to worry about that trim kind of falling apart on you over time when the sun beats on it. Those are the things that define open range, and those are the biggest reasons why this has double the industry standard warranty. That is a huge critical thing in my view. It's something that's reserved for very few brands. You don't see a lot of it out there because not everybody builds to this level. There is a difference. I'm not saying if a trailer doesn't have a 2-year warranty it's not worth looking at. I'm just saying really consider what that means. If a trailer doesn't have a 2-year warranty, then that means the guy who builds a refrigerator offers a better guarantee on his product than the manufacturer of that trailer. It's a big deal. This does have a true walk-on roof. You see that access ladder back there. They also are one of the very, very few guys out there that don't use a traditional rubber or TPO roof, which is basically almost the same thing. More on that. If you're curious, give me a call and I can break into that, because that's a whole nother conversation. But they use a rubberized PVC, a pliable PVC essentially. What that does is it doesn't chalk. It doesn't degrade in the sun. You don't have to treat this roof skin, the membrane, to maintain the warranty. That is not true of any other, petroleum-based roof in the business. Now, this is also very unique in that it's a couples coach with a second exterior entertainment center, extra countertop space, extra drawer space out here, and even your outside drawers are all plywood constructed. And bear with me, I'm trying to hold an umbrella with my neck while doing this, as well as keeping things in frame and still showing you everything. And we still have an outside kitchen. This is a couples coach with an outside kitchen, outside entertainment center, but no bunks. That's the thing. Most of the time you can't get stuff like this unless you have a bunkhouse. But that's open range for you. They always find a way to do it better, different, left to center. And it's awesome. You've got your outside cooktop here. You've got, like I said, that extra countertop space. And these drawers over here, this is where you're going to keep like your bug spray and your flashlights and all the sunscreen. The stuff that you always forget when you go outside and you got to stop and go back in. It's nice to have that all built right in here. The mini fridge right there, that in and of itself will prevent you from needing to go in and out of the camper a bunch of times. That's going to be just worth its weight in gold. Bear with me a little bit here. The rain is dying down, but I do want to close these baggage doors just so that we don't have any problems as a result. And this is where those magnetic doors are so handy for a person like me who can only do this stuff with one hand most of the time. Let's hop inside for you. There's again that reminder that this does have a double industry standard warranty. Now here's a neat thing too. They don't use a traditional screen door. Instead they spend the money to give you an upgraded main door that does have a sliding component in it to give you breeze when you want it and a shade when you don't and when you want privacy. Oh, here, before I forget that too, look up here at the awning. I hope this is translating well to video. You see that how shiny that is? This has a flex fabric guard on it. It has a awning protective shield built right onto it so that the sun and the wind and the rain and all the stuff from towing doesn't eat up the awning. Now that we're going inside here, hopefully my camera work can improve a little bit, though there's not a lot of hope for that. If it hasn't gotten better so far, it's probably never going to. I've done over 2,000 of these reviews now, and this is what you get. So, one of my favorite things, you walk in an open range and just pow. Look at that. All the lights just on one switch. They have more lights in here than just about anybody else. I mean, they're very good about lighting. It's all good, high quality lighting. There's a whole bunch of spot lighting within the slides or above seating areas that I haven't turned on because I don't really think I need to. Let's start working at your living area and we'll come back to the kitchen. So once again, remember, if you like everything in this RV except these fabrics, this is an open range. This is not necessarily the one we have in stock. I believe this is called the Sonic Decor. They have touched up a couple of little fabrics slightly, so I'm questioning that, but that sounds about right. This is our most popular. It's a nice neutral mid-tone. It's just warm and welcoming. It's very popular. So sometimes we'll bring this in stock with a freestanding table and chairs, sometimes with the booth here. And once again, if you're just on YouTube and you want to see how much this thing is, there's a link down here that says click for price and availability. It'll take you to the trailers like this so you can see how they're equipped and how much we're asking for each one of those. We're very transparent and easy to work with. Detail stuff. Open stuff up when you're shopping around, guys. Everything in this is aluminum caged. That's what's so cool. All of your furniture, like under your bed, it's all aluminum caged. That's what helps keep the weight down, the structure up, and you can actually get to the storage here. But look how nice and clean it is when it's all closed up. That's what I mean by the differences. Like even little different table posts, they lock in place essentially. They twist lock in place so that they don't wiggle and fall on you. Now, because the trailer is extra tall, they were able to put in taller slide outs. That means they were able to include overhead storage like a fifth wheel. You know, you see this in fifth wheels, not usually in trailers, and still give you nice big windows. And all the windows do open for ventilation. As we pass around, you'll see that we generally will equip this with theater seating. There's a few different seating arrangements you can put in here as well. I think Open Range calls them pub chairs, which I picture something else, but it doesn't matter. This is what it is. Critical thing though, and I fully reclined one of these so that you could see, this is actually a wall hugger. You do not have to pull this thing out from the wall to get it to fully recline. That's what's so nice about this. And as dumb as it sounds, a little spot to set your drinks is no small thing. Little convenience factors like that matter over time. This is a hide-a-bed in the back, so that can open up if you do have the occasional guest. And remember, this is wide, 4 inches wider here, 6 inches deeper there, to give you this big, giant, fifth wheel sized living room in a potentially half-ton towable travel trailer. 7880 is not the heaviest trailer I've seen behind a half-ton. You want the right half-ton, and if you don't know what your truck tows, call us. We specialize in that to the extent that we actually keep in stock specialized towing vehicles. So if, you know, whether you need the truck to pull the trailer to put behind the truck, or the whole package, we do it all. Even hitching, financing, everything. You notice the side stands beside the sofa? If this wasn't wide body, you wouldn't get those extra conveniences, especially with the little power outlets that you see down there. And again, taller means big window and overhead storage both, not one or the other. So we talked about the nicer lighting in here. Let's talk about the air conditioning. The AC in this actually loops around. It's a racetrack ducted system so that it doesn't go down to one end and terminate. When that happens, you start to build up back pressure, and that back pressure will start to hit these air vents. And when that happens, they start getting bad airflow. Well, you know, the problem is your living room's in the back, your bedroom's in the front. If you don't get good airflow on the ends of the trailer, you're not comfortable, you're not happy. I get a phone call. I don't want that phone call, and you don't want to make it, frankly. The electronics in here are second to none. They use all Furrion electronics. All-in-one AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth house system here that will play movies on your TV. And because they're all Furrion, they talk to each other. Pop the disc in, TV plays DVDs auto-magically. You do not have to flip things around, though they do leave you a nice little shelf there if you have extra electronics. This is also a Bluetooth soundbar. Instead of using a whole house surround sound system, that frankly those things have never been very good in the RV business, they give you sound from one location, which is interesting because as the science nerd of the house, I can tell you that's what human beings are designed for. We're supposed to hear sound from one location, not all around us. When we're immersed in sound, we lose our ability to hear other things around us, so you have to shout at the person next to you. And that is not fun. Now you don't have to. This is also not a small TV. So this thing is the most rigorously tested TV on the market. This thing is shaken to 3 times the force of gravity. All but cooked and then frozen and then fired up, and they keep doing that and they can't get them to fail. And that's how they know it quality tested. Little, what my grandfather called Baptist medicine cabinet back here. Perfect little DVD storage or whatever you feel you need to put on it. Kind of like a motorhome though, with that dual purpose TV setup. Down here, electric fireplace. So you don't have to burn up your propane to heat the RV. This, you know, does it for you. Now, the kitchen. Open Range has always been awesome in the kitchens. This is a couples coach, so normally you'd think, yeah, it's not going to have much in the way of the kitchen. But because the kitchen's mostly in the slide, and then you have this island, it is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. So you got this whole pantry in the slide, not eating up floor space. That is awesome. You have extra big cabinets over here, and by the way, you can feel back in there. These are all screwed together. They're pocket screwed instead of stapled, because staples wiggle loose, and that defeats the purpose of a 2-year warranty. Also, nicer hardware like hidden hinges. If this door wants to bounce open going down the road, it closes itself, so your cargo doesn't fall on the floor, get under the slide out, gum things up, because then you're in trouble. Countertop space up the wazoo, because they made this an extra wide kitchen slide over here. We've got drawers here. We've got drawers here. We've got drawers all over the place. This thing has awesome, awesome cabinet storage space. This is one of my favorite things right here in their kitchen. They have a dedicated wastebasket storage, and that seems like a small thing, but the small things are everything. those are the differences. Very rarely do trailers have big glaring differences. The body construction of an open range being outstanding. That is one of the very few big differences in this business. But stuff like that, little detail stuff, the stuff that tells you that these are people who get it, who go camping, they understand it. That's what I look for, because that tells me this thing's been well planned. There are power outlets on the sides of the islands, by the way, so you've got perfect little appliance station right here. And the kitchen island here is a sealed pressed membrane. It is not T-molded so that water can't seep in here. These countertops over the sink cover are the same materials as everything else. They are serious, they're heavy duty, and because it's a sealed countertop, they could recess the sink again like a fifth wheel. That's the thing. The only thing this has in common with a travel trailer is one flat deck. Everything else in this is of fifth wheel grade in caliber. That's what is awesome about this. Right when you walk in the door, we've got a coat closet. That's a big pet peeve of mine, an annoyance when a nice RV doesn't have a place to hang a jacket. You know, this is rated for extended season use. If you can't keep a coat by the door, you're not going to use it extended season. Again, little detail stuff like the little door stopper there, so this door can't fling open and smash your bedroom door is a nice touch. Once again, you walk in, one light switch. Yeah, oops, of course, if I don't shut the lights back off, it looks nice. By the way, other than just in front of the Super Slide, no carpeting in here. So this is a virtually carpetless floor plan, very easy to keep clean. So they have porcelain foot flush stool here, which is just a nicer component you expect in a nicer RV. They have a bigger adult size sink instead of a little kid bunkhouse sink. You know, this is not made to be the cheap small one. They have a very extra tall 29-inch radius fifth wheel size shower. And like I said, because the trailer is minimum 7 foot tall, you're never gonna have headroom problems in here. I'm 6'3" with these shoes on. I can stand on my toes and not hit the ceiling, let alone get all the way up here into the skylight. It's just not gonna happen. This is another area I really like to do these videos for, because a still photo was not really conducive to showing you the good linen storage in this bathroom. It's just at an angle that the camera couldn't catch it. I had to be able to move a little bit. Little shade on the entry door I was talking about, by the way. Just pulls up and down, then you can, you know, kind of like mini blinds in that sense. Once again, this is another thing, travel trailers, pardon the shoddy camera work. You walk in, travel trailers don't usually have a one-switch bedroom light system. As dumb as that sounds, that's kind of another thing I like about these, it's conveniences. In the RV business, this is what Open Range calls a French door. Just because it has the you know, modeled glass insert on it, just so that you understand the terminology we're looking at here. That's an upgrade that we like to put in these. This is a true queen, true 60 by 80 actual queen. Very nice, by the way. Nice Denver pillow top mattress. It's fantastic. There is easy lift access to the underbed storage here, and because the bed platform is up a little higher, they actually include this little sliding drawer right here. Oh, it's in the lock position right now, so I can't move it, but I only got one hand. Also, just extra little utility outlets. Any little place they could, they put stuff in this. And you notice we're looking at plywood decking, not cheaper OSB. They don't build with OSB at Open Range. They just don't. And again, it's not, if a camper has OSB, it's not that it's going to fall apart any. It's just, that's one of the reasons this stays lighter, because plywood weighs less than OSB. It's also stronger. It's just a superior product. People say all the time, "Whoa, you make such a big deal over the fact that this, you know, you act like 4 inches wider on the body. It's a big deal." It is. This is the difference between being able to walk around the bed and to have to do the travel trailer shuffle to get around the bed. That's the difference this makes. Both sides of the bed have these little stands over here, and the power outlets are hidden on the bottom of those cabinets, so you just have a nice clean look, but you still have outlets. Bigger, wider wardrobe cabinets, because we have a bigger, wider trailer. Your TV can mount over here on the wall if you're so inclined. Use a different antenna system at Open Range. These are becoming more popular. The King Jack antenna system. It has superior reception, longer range. That means more channels that are clear. Here's another thing that's cool about these. These are all 50 amp service. So you can add a second air conditioner to that vent if you want to. Basically, the AC takes the place of that vent. It just, there you go. That's all there is to it. Now, here is where this floor plan is just killer awesome. This giant closet right here with that big, like, full-length mirrored wardrobe right there. This is so much storage. This is, once again, like fifth wheel level storage in a half-ton towable couples camper. And as if the living room wasn't awesome enough, this bedroom is just virtually beyond compare. I would say beyond compare, but Open Range has a big brother to this thing. This is the Light 272 RLS. You can also take a look at the Roamer 292 RLS, which is, the living room is going to look exactly like this. There will be no differences other than a Roamer has solid surface Corian countertops. However, in the bedroom over here, this wall is going to be a closet slide out. So if you want something like this, but you want more storage for longer term use, look at the Roamer 292 RLS here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And if you don't, if you're half-ton towable, if you're traveling, or you just don't need the extra storage, then look at here at the Light, the 272 RLS. Whatever alphabet soup you're looking for, we have it. And we deal close to folks. We sell these on a big volume basis. We are one of the very largest dealers in Michigan. And again, we do hitching, pieces, parts, financing, trucks, obviously RVs. We take trades on nearly everything, so do not hesitate to give us a call. 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Have fun. Happy camping, everyone.